This is it. This is where I grew up. My parents built this place the year that I was born. So my brothers and sister and I learned to swim in Lake Ontario. We learned to water ski in the pond in front of us. We would fish or catch frogs till our heart's content. We learned boating skills and all drove the boat. We explored the woods day in and day out. It's been a great place to have family celebrations, build special memories, and even grieve. It's not just four walls to us. It's our family's legacy. A lot of memories on the walls and in the walls. Winter can be pretty rough up here. The storms can be really fierce. Walking back is going to be really tough. I feel like I could fly. It is crazy windy, but beautiful sunshine.
Even though they're not here.
We got this.
Hey!
Woo!
That's the fun.
We're going to try to find the platform that we played on as kids. It's been years, so
50 of them.
It's not still standing, but we're going to see how much we remember where it was, and we're going to try to get to that spot. It was around here, so we used to come around this corner, and then it was right here in the woods, and it was built by some neighbors' kids. This was so much fun. We went up to the top of the dune to watch the sunset, and the clouds had rolled in, but there was a tiny bit of color right at the horizon, which was splendid. I think we're in for the night. Master fire starter at work. We've got a fire. He assures me that in 5 minutes it will be warm in here. I'm gonna be excited for a good sunrise. I think it'll be nice. I'm getting up. That's one of a kind. I am dozing off to sleep in front of the fire. The weather was not great, so we did not do most of our opening up today. We are saving the workday for tomorrow. The plan is to get up at sunrise, have some breakfast, and get to work. Good night. We are heading outside for sunrise. Good morning.
Church.
The cove is waking up, and so are we. We're gonna wait for that sun to rise. Saw something about gusts on the lake at 67.
Wow.
Rain, snow, wind, gravel. Pelting us in the face. Oh, sandstorm. The sand. We're still finding sand in our ears and our eyes. When you first feel the sun after a long winter, now you can feel, I feel a little bit of heat. So nice. Chop some wood?
No, I don't need to chop any. Maybe we'll fill that rack with some wood.
Okay. We never really know what we're going to get and what we're going to find when we get back up here after the winter. A little bit early in the season for us to do a lot of the work that we need to do, but we're going to take a look around at the kinds of things that we often need to do when we come up here in the spring.
It's a work of love every year.
That's exactly right.
It is.
So, what do you think has to be done this year?
Well, something lived under here all winter because it's all, we gotta reset all this brick.
That could be a big job.
It is. I think I know a guy that can fix it though.
You're just that man, right?
Something hibernated.
Have you had to redo that before because something gets in there?
Not like that. That's something new.
We just-
Wind damage. No TV reception right now,
Yeah.
but that's okay. We can fix that.
Yeah. So for years, we had no TV up here. Yeah, one summer we did. But we didn't really have a TV, and we never had a phone here until my parents got a little bit older. There was a
couple
phone.
summers,
Okay.
yeah.
And then we took the phone out. People got cell phones.
That's exactly what
And-
happened.
For a while, we didn't have cell phone reception here. It was really spotty. But now the cell phone reception's really good.
G5, baby.
And then the chairs
Gotta
go back up on the
hill.
top. Yeah, back up on the top. So
Gotta
we'll
fix
do
the
that.
stairs.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty bad. My dad built the stairs with my two nephews. That was a summer project, and they were a huge help. And now the kids are all grown up. They're busy doing their own stuff. And my dad can't really do the stairs now. So that's something that I'm willing to help you with.
Oh yeah, we'll fix it. Everybody
happen.
loves to come for a weekend or a week, but somebody's got to do the work.
Yeah.
We get
Usually
it done.
turns out to be you, but
We get
Yes.
it done. Bunkie was built in Sandy Creek and brought over here in pieces.
it was the Amish, right?
It was Sandy Creek storage sheds. They build them, take them apart, transport them to where they need to go, and then it came over in a barge in pieces, and then reassembled. And then it was sitting on the ground. And 4 years ago, I had to jack it up a foot by myself.
Yeah.
It's a little sketchy.
And wait, why did you have to get it up off the ground?
All this was in a foot of water.
Yeah. We had a big flood.
Big flood.
Yeah.
17 and 19. Complete
Yeah.
flooding for an entire 2 years.
Yeah. That's been a real problem along the Great Lakes. When it gets a little bit warmer, we have 3 kayaks. We'll move the kayaks out to the
4.
kayak stand. 4
4.
kayaks. And then,
Auxiliary refrigerator just waiting to be filled again.
yeah, that fridge is normally
Full.
We have a lot of food on hand because it is difficult to get to the store. It's, we can't drive our car in. So every time you want to go to the store, you have to drive the boat or walk out. You have to go to the car. Then you need to drive the car about 15 minutes, would you say? And then you got to bring everything back and carry everything back over. So we store a lot of stuff up here.
Outboard engines still need to be serviced for the year. We'll get those out later.
Yep.
In a month.
Okay.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
That
It's actually
one
going
needs
to
be done.
snow
All 3 of them.
this week, so we'll get that stuff done once it gets a little warmer. We kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but that's because I came up a
Definitely
little
jumped.
early. Yeah. Normally we don't do this stuff until beginning of May.
We get everything on a list.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. We'll get it all sorted out and prioritize it, and then we'll come back up and get it all done.
The list weekend.
This is how we get water. Just part of the morning chores here at camp. One of my first tasks for the day is going to be to move some of this firewood over to the fire pit. Again, it's really too early to do much of the stuff that we wanted to do, and I think we kind of knew that, but we really wanted to come up. So we'll do what we can, and then we'll be back when it's a little bit closer to spring to actually do some more of the big work. All right, so what a difference a day makes. Holy cow. You can see it froze a little bit overnight, but look at the chunks.
Oh, it did freeze.
Holy cow.
It did freeze.
Yeah. It's still a little wavy, but nothing like it was yesterday. You get the big ice shelves on the Great Lakes in the winter. It's really beautiful, but very treacherous. This is the shoreline. So I am walking right on the shoreline. And you can see all these big chunks of ice. Some of them were actually probably pushed in here last night by the really strong winds. We are going to go from the crunch of the ice and the noise of the waves to this. This is New York State Conservation Land, and it's a nice animal trail, wildlife trail. People are not allowed now to go back and forth through this area like they used to. There are certain areas where people can go from the pond to the lake and vice versa. It's a great way to protect the natural dunes. This spit of land is not very wide, so a few years ago when we had flooding, it actually went from the pond side to the lake side, and that actually destroys some of the land. It's great to have those protections in place. There also is a bird conservatory down at the tip of the island, and we have some protected species of birds. There's a type of plover that comes through here, and they nest right on the edge of the island. When they're nesting, no boats can go through the channel because you have to wait until the fledgling young plovers are able to fly and leave the nest. So it's great to have this. This stuff was not here when I was a kid, but I love to see it. And we've spent a lot of time and effort on really protecting the dunes and making sure that this island does not wash away. So it's great that New York State is helping out a little bit, and that people kind of heed the warning and they help out too.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why, I'm always feeling homesick.
For me, this is a perfect example of how a place can evoke such memories. When we were little, my mom would bring us down here when my dad was at work during the day, and we'd bring a picnic lunch. We'd all have to carry something. We'd all be complaining for sure. And we would come down here to the end of the island. We would have a picnic, and then we would go back, and I'm sure we would all be tired out, and that worked out great. When my dad would come home from work, we'd all put our bathing suits on after dinner, and my parents would walk down the beach, and we would be in and out of the water the whole way. This is a place where every time I come here, I walk down here just to remember that, and it's just a beautiful place now. It was a beautiful place then. So quiet and so peaceful, and those memories bring back really good times. This cabin holds some of our best memories and some of our hardest. But when we come back, it helps us remember who we are. Taken too soon, now an eternity apart, you are always in our thoughts and forever in our hearts. Miss you, Mike. I had my college graduation party here that year too.
Really?
Did you have a high school graduation party here?
No, no.
You had
Nope.
all your parties up here in secret.
Yeah.
You and your friends. Mom and Dad wouldn't even know.
Nope. At least I didn't think they knew. They knew.
We know better now.
Yeah.
But this was a safe place to come with our friends.
Very. Once you're on the island, where are you going to go?
Exactly.
Just don't drown, I guess, right?
Well, yeah. I don't remember being stupid and going in the water.
No.
But we might have. I don't know. What about you? Do you have a place like this? A place where you come to feel grounded? A place that is so deeply a part of you that you can't imagine life without it? I hope so. Things are changing here. My parents are in their mid-80s. It's getting harder for them to come up to a place where they have to take a boat or walk through the woods, where they can't get to the grocery store easily. It's hard just to walk to the beach now through the sand. When there's a place that is this deep in your soul, you'll do anything to make sure that that family legacy stays alive or remains. So we're thrilled actually to be able to come here and think about the life that my parents gave us by giving us such a special place. And you know, they've since given it to our kids. So coming up here and doing the work on a weekend like this is totally worth it. I hope you have a place like this that brings you peace, that can remind you of your family roots, that can not only help you remember what it felt like to be a kid, but help you be a kid again. Well, we're going. We're not leaving this place because this place will always be a part of us. Sounds a little corny, but 'tis true. Signing off.